It's Chris. Welcome night 3 in the place to be. Welcome to the Wrestling Corner Season 6. Well, actually, Episode 2 of Season 6. Uh-oh. Welcome to the Wrestling Corner Season 6. You don't need to hear that playback. You don't need to hear that. You don't need it. There you go. Hey, look at that. I'm promoting up, up, down, down. For those that don't know, if Xavier Wood is not in the ring, he is playing video games. Promoted on YouTube, and we get stuff like Superstar. Where he has the Superstar Spotlight. Yeah. Start point. Thank you. What the? Look. Apple with smoked bacon. I like apple with smoked.
Give me a guess who has a great gift. You need some of a candle or a potpourri kind of guy. So, everybody, dig it. Crust so good, you gotta eat it backwards. Doc, there's one piece left for you. Hey,
oh.
It's mine now. Got him.
All right. Zack Ryder. Anyway, this edition of the Wrestling Corner, basically talking about the news that came out over the past week in wrestling. 8 WWE wrestlers were released because, as you guys may know, after WrestleMania is release season. You know, we don't know who's going to get released, but no, it's Kevin Owens. But there's most time releases. You know, do their what they call in business, their downsizing, as they say. And then also over the weekend, not only were wrestlers released, but a shot was released towards WWE. And it came from the company known as, which is partnered up with WWE, especially for the Global Cruiserweight Series, Evolve. And the two culprits of these shoots, which I have not listened to shoot. Apparently, apparently somebody posted up the Evolve show where the shoot happened on YouTube, but I didn't look at it, but I will touch more on that later on the show. Ooh. He just said, why do you exist? He questioned his existence, folks. Uh-oh. Hey, come on, my tablet's not working.
You will take his place in the fatal four-way matchup, which means he would be in. That means you would be out. And speaking of
yeah, you can thank Shane all you want, Zach Daddy, but you got, oh boy, it's Roman and the Instigators. Oh, you got ask them some good questions. Well, should I ask freaking Usos?
See, that's what separates us from the club, is we family. This right here, blood. It's like one of us. We all kind of family. Saw it last week on Raw. But however, tonight, because elimination rules, it could potentially be 1 versus 3.
No, no. What I saw, Jay, was that you attacked AJ, which led to him attacking you guys. Anyway, there's all this, there's like this army, going on, And by the way, I bring up army because, Friday, me and my bro, we saw Civil War, and by the way, recommend you guys, if you guys are into, the superhero genre, just action, just conflict, go watch Captain America: Civil War. I guarantee, I think you will not be disappointed. But and speaking of disappointing, being released is not it's something to pretty be disappointed about. But no, the funny thing is that most of the wrestlers I've seen their comments, it hasn't really been like disgruntled comments. They've been pretty heartfelt, the ones that I've seen. And the 8 wrestlers, once again, there were 8 wrestlers that were released, and the 8 wrestlers were. I don't even really count Wade Barrett because he even said he made the decision back in August that he wasn't going to renew his contract when it expired. So Wade Barrett, Cameron, Hornswoggle, Santino Marella, Damian Sandow. Yeah, Zeb Coulter, Dirty Dutch. Who else? Oh, El Torito. El Torito was released. And who was the 8th person? I don't think it was Jack Swagger. I'm telling you, Jack Swagger had been left. Let me check. Okay, if they count Jack Swagger, I'll be surprised. Okay. All right. Come on. Oh yeah, I forgot. Alex Riley. Those were the releases. Now, I have to be honest. Most of these releases, they don't really seem too surprising. Because, like, okay, what were you really doing with most of these people? After Zeb, the whole thing between Zeb and Del Rio went down, took a downfall. You didn't even see Zeb. Only thing they had Zeb do was make a tweet about helping Jack Swagger, beat Del Rio at TLC 2015. That was like the last you heard of Zeb. And I thought that probably Zeb would probably go to NXT and probably manage the Revival. Dash Dawson, and oh my God, man! Everybody most time forgets that there's Dash and no, yeah, it's Dash and Dawson. So yeah, there you go. It's Dash. It is Dash and Dawson. Yeah. So I thought that'll probably be a good fit. Zeb probably if he goes down to NXT and manage them, since that's what Zeb known for. I think he's a good manager. Then as for Sandow's one is pretty unfortunate because the guy got himself over, with the Mizdow gimmick, which initially just seemed like nothing, and he turned it into something, made it more than what it probably had any right to be. We got more, he got more over than the Miz. And the Miz was supposed to be, the oh, oh, no, the Miz was supposed to be the the star, while Miz Dow was supposed to be the supporting actor. So it's Lana, who has really whose character has really took a downfall in my opinion. But now she's just become a cheerleader. That's that's the only thing I can say I can take away from that. I didn't get to see how she did in an actual match besides, doing an X Factor and almost damn near kicking Paige's face off with a kick. I wanted to see how she actually did it, in a match. So that's all that I can take from, like, all right, missing the pre-show from WrestleMania. I would have liked to see Lana how she fared in the ring. Well, sure, we're getting more viewers. Oh, sure, what's going on there? Five. It went from 3 to 4. It keeps going up. We got John. Hey, John, how's it going? Well, by the way, look at Rusev. By the way, oh yeah, how could I not say after Mother's Day? Hope you guys out there treated your mothers well. Yesterday for Mother's Day, you guys really did. Yeah, thank you, struggle. He's right. There's no random Giants people. But no, Kalisto probably need to stop wearing those neck colors. That probably make him lose. Remember when CM Punk started wearing neck colors? He lost to Umaga. Oh man, the Umaga CM Punk feud. There's gonna come a time where there's gonna be a topic video on some, confusing feuds. And by the way, the CM Punk Umaga, it wasn't like the matches were bad. The 2 matches they had, even the Samoan strut match, were pretty entertaining, pretty good. But it's just feud. It just was weird. And Sin Cara playing the role of cannon fodder, it seemed. Playing the role of a red shirt. But I digress. So, with Sandow, it's like got himself over, and and after he broke from Miz, he started, Macho Miz. Macho Miz down. I thought it was all the way around. Macho Miz down, and it'll be him and Curtis Axel, with the Axel Mania, the basically doing the mega powers, but what are they? The Mega Maniacs, and then as soon as that happened, the whole Hulk Hogan thing came in. That was it. And even in all honesty, and it's like nothing was really going with even before the Hulk Hogan, because they lost to the Ascension, who were jobbers at that point. So basically, people, Sin Cara's playing the role of Apollo Creed here. I'm gonna start calling that now. When a partner, you got a team, you got a tag team. Probably one member is getting the push, and then their partner in crime got to take a beating. They basically the Apollo. Just that they're not. I want you. Ooh. Oh. And okay, who else? Cameron getting released. Funny thing about Cameron is that she was very committed about going down to Florida and working with Sarah Del Rey and the Performance Center to get better. And I read her heartfelt basically like letter or speech to WWE. And how her goal was, what she wanted to be was like Stephanie and Vicky, in terms of she felt she had the queen bee attitude in terms of charisma to actually just get under people's skin. And she really wanted to do that. You know, she really wanted to get on the mic and everything. And since she wouldn't get an opportunity to do it on the mic, she would take to Twitter to do it. Oh, this guy said a prayer and then just rolled. he really went, yeah, roll. Yep. Some guy about to play the. Hey, come on, Kalisto. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I gotta call out Kalisto on that. Oh, that was a heel move. Oh, I gotta call Kalisto out on that. Oh, oh man. This guy basically pulled off a Frank Duke, and he started to get all concerned just because his boy was losing. You don't know that was a blood sport reference. That was straight. It's like, hey Shane, what about that? What about that? Man, I'm gonna rewind back. Look at this. Look at this. Rusev cried. What is Kalisto doing? Okay, yeah. I was saying, okay, Rusev have to go after, but Kalisto just standing on the apron. That was a heel move. That was a heel move. That was dirty. I'm a little disappointed in you, Kalisto. Stoop that low. Hey, John, do you think the VOD villains will be tag champs? No. Maybe they show this elbow. No. I don't think that the VOD villain. Okay, how can I put this? In terms of eventually, I'm not sure. But as far as them beating the New Day, no, I doubt it. I don't see them winning, especially if the rumors are true that they don't have any support in terms of the office, including Vince. They don't have the backup of Vince and company, and probably even Kevin Dunn, which really puts people in a bind. With anytime Kevin Dunn had this say like, uh-oh. So luckily, Charlotte and Kevin Owens turned out for the best because with him saying, Charlotte's not diva enough to be a part of the main roster, and Kevin Owens is just fat and stuff like that. And Sammy, was it him or Vince Russo that just said Sammy just looked like a jobber? I'm like, yo, but no, I do not see the Raw villains beating the New Day. I don't. What the hell? Cameron said, yeah, she really wants, she really wanted to be a heel that was a heel, that you love to hate them. They really got under your skin, like how Vicky did and how Stephanie do. They really had no redeeming qualities about them, and I can respect that. I can respect that because in this time and age where there's not too many heels. Oh, no, tournament. They're most on a heel where when they do get cheered, and so they actually acknowledge that they're being cheered. And it's pretty. And almost like it's refreshing when you actually see a heel they get cheered. So I'm like, I don't give a damn about you cheering me. I don't care. So she even talked about the internet wrestling community, how even though at times when she felt they were being disrespectful, she respected that they were honest and that they were oh my god. She respected that they were honest, and she felt that they were honest, and some will actually just say what they felt she needed to improve on, and she was very thankful for WWE, and I think she said she doesn't really see that as the end of her wrestling career, even though she would like to take up maybe some acting. I think she said she doesn't really see it as the end of her wrestling career, and she's going for some further training. And heck, I mean, yeah, TNA, whether you believe it or not, is still there. That kind of sounds a little bit too hard for TNA, but TNA is still there. Global Force Wrestling, but I don't even know. I don't even know if Gopher even has a platform like that you can really check it out. Unless you got to go on their website or something. I've been to their website. I haven't. Maybe go to. Maybe even go to Shimmer or Shine. No. Or there's Lucha Underground, but I don't know. I don't know. Or I don't know what they will have to be. And there come Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Who else got? Oh yeah, Santino. Well, Santino had already retired, so I don't know. Probably besides maybe being a PR person, being PR, doing PR tour or something. I really don't know what Santino's role after he retired was, but he was released, and I wish him on his future endeavors. And as for Hornswoggle, wasn't even seeing him. You guys heard, Chris basically doesn't have any kind words for Hornswoggle. Chris doesn't even respect him as a man.
I'll say my piece when I do wrestling talk this week.
Oh, look. Yeah, I think a lot of fans are still still haven't let it go or forgiven Hornswoggle for being the last cruiserweight champ. I mean, I still don't like it, but it wasn't his decision. It was WWE's decision, and no disrespect to Hornswoggle, but that decision just made it seem as though, what is this, a joke? It's like just like how Jim Crockett's, I think his son said about when David Arquette became champion on the Rise and Fall of WCW. This was held by like greats like Vader, Sting, and it's like, okay, a joke, okay, but you might as well throw the belt in the trash. And granted, David Arquette was against the idea of him being because him being a wrestling fan, he knew this ain't gonna set well. And the nice thing that some people probably don't know, and what I found out later on, is that the paycheck that David Arquette got from becoming WWE champion, he donated that money to the families of Owen Hart and Brian Pillman. So if you don't know about that, yeah, that's some real, that's some real, heartfelt stuff right there. And what is this? Cancel recording. They all are at 10 o'clock. Wow, I'm just gotta say this. Something has to go down this Jericho and Kaz match, because I remember I say that because you got the main event of the pay-per-view right now. AJ and Reigns. It's gonna be the main event of the pay-per-view. Taking a backseat to, and then basically an impromptu thing between Jericho. Something has to go down at in that match. Something like big. and I'm not saying like that's embarrassing that Big Kaz in the main event. Because both me and Chris said, and probably when Chris does the next wrestling talk, that's probably a subject. That's probably a topic on it. Is the good shining of Big Kaz we've seen so far. That took like dumb long. Ooh. But well, who else? El Torito. So I gotta go from Hornswoggle to El Torito.
Since they have rebooted the Primo reboot.
That's what I find funny. I find it funny that when Primo and Epic, probably just coincidence, Primo and Epico, they get repackaged. They get like I said, they get a nationality repackage. They get repackaged back to their real nationality. When that happens, El Torito is released. It's probably just mere coincidence. But El Torito, for the tenure he was there, for his tenure, he was the most over part of the Los Matadors act. And he was supposed to be the mascot. He's the one that was in the Royal Rumble. It was like he was in the Royal Rumble along with Los Matadors. He was the only member of the group in the Rumble. He's the one that got a WLC match with Hornswoggle, which many said, if you actually watch it, it wasn't a bad match. And I still have yet to watch the match because I'm like, I'm not wasting my time to watch it. They're like, it wasn't that bad. I'm like, oh, all right, okay. But El Torito, last time we saw Torito, the Lost Matter turned on him, and then the Dudley Boys, 3D Lost Matters for doing that, which never went anywhere because I was like a heel from a Lost Matters, but it never went anywhere. Because we didn't see it now, they're being repackaged. I was just waiting there like, hey, his shoulder was up. Look at that. I saw that. No, what? He's a little kid. Hey, I saw that. It's like, what are you, a kid? Just like, I saw him. What are you, a kid, Roman? Hey, I saw that. John, is it just me or did it feel that Enzo and Kaz? That's funny, John. You spelled Kaz like Kazarian. Would be in the match if it wasn't for the injury. There was a report that went out right after Enzo got hurt that said that the original plans was for the Raw Villains to win. And oh, he already Superman punched AJ. He already knocked out AJ. Oh, AJ, get up. Oh. But you know what? You still No, it's just Umaga. I don't know why you needed to do that. See? That was unnecessary. You didn't need to do it. And AJ's still out. Back to Raw Villains. I feel that even if the plan was, oh my God, that if the plan was for the Raw Villains to win, I think that was a good. I think I said I agreed with that because I feel that you shouldn't rush Kaz and Enzo versus New Day because obviously we know the type of momentum that Kaz and Enzo can get because they're already over with the main audience. Hey, answers. They're already over with the main audience, and the New Day is over with the main audience. It's basically you should build to that. You should build that. So I'm actually, if the original plan was for the Raw Villains to win, yeah, okay, do that, and then save New Day versus Kaz and Enzo. Oh, what the hell? And who else got yeah, went over Cameron Barrett. I didn't go a little bit Barrett. I just said about him not renewing his Barrett. I can understand why he didn't want to renew his contract. I mean, there comes a time where enough is enough. You're seeing that you're not going to break through this glass ceiling. There we go. And you're not going to break through this glass ceiling. And even when you do become champ, it doesn't even feel like you don't even feel like a champion because you're losing match after match after match after match after match, just looking pitiful. You become king in the ring, and me and Chris called it from the get-go. Watch this thing not amount to anything. And it didn't. So then he kept the title King Barrett. It's like, why does he still have this? What is he a king of? Is the king of losing? John, where is Carmella? You've been seeing signs. If you haven't noticed, you've been seeing. Oh shoot, Cyborg. She's finally coming back. So yeah, that Cyborg, Santos, mixed martial arts. She's finally coming back. I was like, let's see. Now, let me do Undertaker. Why don't we see if it was your talent instead of the drugs and roids or shark testosterone, whatever she was using? Let's see if it was actually, her talent. But back to where's Carmella? There's been signs in the stands of where's Carmella? Where's Carmella? Where's Carmella? Because I'm not okay. They're total opposite in terms of character. I mean, in terms of personality, but the trio of Carmella, Kaz, and Enzo is so cool that coolness kind of can remind you of Team Extreme with Lita, Matt, and Jeff. That they were cool. They felt cool. It felt like you could relate to them. Like, man, they just seem like you can hang out with. And when you see Carmella, Enzo and Kaz, how they interact with each other, it feels. Oh man, I can see that in real life. I can see that. Oh man, that seems very cool. So far, Carmella's still down in NXT, and personally, I think that's good. She's still down in NXT because since Bayley is still down there, and I'm not thinking of Bayley, it makes me wonder what just happened to Becky. Is that the way they're going to bring Bayley up to the main roster? Because obviously Becky's going to need some help. Now that now that the total diva Dana Brooke is on the main is on the main roster. Oh, get him, AJ, get him. Well, how would you feel when you got unjustifiably put through a table? Hold on. Oh my God! You can't strike this man, okay? Let me tell you something. Um. Oh. Now, see, he took the high road. Hold on, guys. Oh! Hello? Hold on.
Okay, thank you. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call. I don't need it. You need it. AJ was about to style clash him on the chair. There we go. Okay, I didn't even see that. And that's what leads to the standoff. Okay, John, why is the Total Divas show still around when the women are not called Divas anymore? Well, I mean, that's the show name. I mean, or something about that. I don't know if the Total Divas show is ending, but the Bellas are supposed to get their spot, which I think makes sense since I always thought the show was, I didn't watch the show, but I always thought the show was made for them. It was made for them. So, like, I think it's Total Bella, where, it's them with, based family. So, I think it kind of should, because even on screen, they're not going by that Divas name. And that also makes me wonder, you know what? Probably this would make Dana Brooks' nickname stand out more, because if she's still going by I'm the Total Diva when they're talking now about women, and she acts like a diva, it'll probably make the term stand out. Oh yeah, she's the Total Diva because her attitude. But I don't know if she's gonna go I'm the Total Woman. I'm every woman. It's only me. Yeah, that might be her theme. But speaking of that, I don't like. It's not like I don't like Dana Brooke. I mean, in terms of personality, she's really growing on me. But the only thing that she just need that will improve with she does improve. Was improving on was her in ring. That make just like with Apollo. I'm a little bit surprised they brought Dana, kind of that quick. But then somebody, now that Emma's there, but then somebody would say, like you brought up, John. Well, at Kaz and Kaz, what the hell? Enzo and Kaz is there, but Carmella's not. So, yeah. But then you also have so probably on Wade Barrett and then Alex Riley. Alex Riley. Bro, you don't know Alex Riley was down at NXT. Grew his hair out. Mr. Rage. Mr. Rage. And when he came back to NXT after his little thing with Owens, he came out feeling disgruntled, like, the NXT fans didn't care about him. And they didn't really go anywhere. And on the next NXT, which had already been taped, but when it airs, he's gonna go against Shinsuke Nakamura. We can all predict what's going to happen in that match, right? So Alex Riley being released, somebody say, "Oh, Alex Riley has had potential." I'm like, his potential, his potential went up in flames in 2011 when, nothing really was capitalized on when he turned on the Miz. Fans back. So yeah, those were the releases. Those were the releases for, this season. I just saw articles saying that they said they say that there's probably more releases to come. What? Ew. Oh. He's about to smash that forearm right that chair in his face. Man, Zack Ryder just came out the building. John, what? Oh yeah. What do you think about Eric? Yeah, how can I forget? That was another development. Well, even though it had already happened, but it was finally aired. Yeah, Eric Young's Eric Eric Young's NXT debut. I remember seeing the picture. KO. I remember seeing the picture of him confronting AJ. AJ, what the hell? Samoa Joe. And I thought it was just, a confrontation and probably the next episode something. But no, I thought Eric Young was still going to be a heel because what he was wearing. I'm like, okay, that's his heel look. And when I come home back from school/work, and I missed the confrontation, but then when they showed the graphics, Samoa Joe was Eric, I'm like, oh shoot, it's the match in the same night. And Eric Young, when he came out, I'm like, oh, he's a face, okay. And no, it was a good match between Eric Young and Samoa Joe, but I was a little bit shocked that it actually ended with an actual finish. And it was Joe beating him, via tap. But I thought, okay, it wasn't going to end, with a winner or loser. It was going to actually lead something. So, even Chris said, a little bit surprised at that ending. So, but it was good to see. It's always good to see EY. I've been a fan of EY, since before he even became TNA champion. Even when he was just Showtime, with the blonde hair, the bleached blonde hair, and don't fire Eric angle, and even Super Eric. I always, there was always a place in my heart for Eric Young. Oh. So yeah, it's good that you brought that up, John, about Eric Young being dead because
He was not officially signed yet.
there we go. Yeah, that was another thing that came out. I was informed about this whole thing with situation with Eric Young. I was informed by my brother who found out that with the status, Eric Young's status, Eric Young's status with the company, he's not officially signed.
But he said he dropped the next bomb.
Oh, wait a minute. No, speaking of dropping bombs. Oh my God, God. Oh. Okay. Eric Young verified or confirmed that he's not officially signed with WWE. However, what the hell? However, he confirmed or he stated that his good friend, his good Canuck, Bobby Roode, is signed with WWE. So the only time we've seen it, Bobby Roode was when he was standing in the crowd. And at the time, we just thought that was a tease because he wasn't signed. So we thought it's just a tease, and we wait and see what comes out of that. Is he going to sign or isn't he? Same thing for, when we saw Connor. We thought, first, like, okay, Connor being in it, that's got to mean, oh, wait a minute. And then when we saw how Connor's name was spelled with 2 N's, or I think it was 2 A's, either one, it was like, okay, probably she is signed. Oh. Wait, now it's his other eye. John, I think Eric was underused by TNA. I would disagree. I would disagree because yeah. Oh, he did the broski boot on the outside. I would disagree with that, John. I would disagree with that full-heartedly. Out of many wrestlers in TNA, Eric Young had a real evolution. Like from what the speaking of Eric Young, it looked like an Eric Young elbow. He had a real evolution, like paying his debt. Like my bro just said, you heard him about paying his dude. Started with Team Canada. He was like the comedic relief of Team Canada, scared of his own pyro. Even though he was tag team champion with Bobby Roode. But oh man. Don't mess with Boris' head. The short arm.
His back of his head, man. Back of his head.
Yeah, you see the back of his head. Speaking of head, don't mess with Boris' head. But he went from that. Then he breaks solo with Team Canada has to disband, and he gets in this whole situation with Larry Zbyszko where it's don't fire Eric. Well, I think before that, he hey guys, this is the feud right here. This is gonna lead to a WrestleMania match. KO versus Cole. I'm telling you, it's gonna lead to something. It's gonna be KO versus Cole. I don't miss these, bro. But hell, look, it's being sponsored by Turtles. That's why they've been showing a lot of Turtles. But then he has the whole thing that don't fire Eric with Larry Zbyszko. No, even before that, he gets in a feud with Bobby Roode, who adopted the whole kind of like $1 Million Man gimmick. Rude. What was it? Rude Enterprises, but anyway, and no, don't show the Enzo. I don't need to see it again. But he was like an employee for Rude, and he had to, win basically almost like his professional life back, and he did. Then he had the whole thing, don't fire Eric with Larry Zbyszko. Then it's Renee. Kaz. And once again, see, there's that new era stuff. Still has no name though. So then, later on, she was still kind of a strong mid-carder. Then they tried something new with him when he first went heel, and he cut his hair, and he became kind of serious. Kind of became like Jericho, adopted the suit and everything. She's taking Kaz. And then you go with the World Elite, which Didn't really pan out that much. The World Elite. It's another stable that was there, and it was just there. Then they have him where he falls on his head and he starts acting all cuckoo, and he's with Orlando Jordan, and then so on and so forth. And then surprisingly, when he won the belt, remember when he won the belt against Matt, we were like, oh shoot, he won the belt. And now, granted, a lot of fans felt that was just TNA. Oh, Brian did it. So I said, we have a bearded guy, and okay, we can do it. And if it was that, but it was just like with Brian. I felt Eric Young, man, okay, man, he started from kind of the bottom. He worked his way up. And then he became a heel, which I was found very entertaining. Especially his first promo as a heel. I got to look for that back on YouTube. So, yeah, I disagree about Eric being underused in TNA. I think he made his time worth in TNA. John, I think the Giant Battle Royal meant something this year. If you're talking about with Baron Corbin, where his route's going, probably yeah. But here's the thing: you're not hearing Baron every promo reminding you that he's the Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner, like how Big Show was doing, or like how when Cesaro, when they had the trophy and everything. You don't even see the trophy with Baron. So it's like, yeah, he won it. It's almost like for him, it's like, I won it, and I'm just here to do what I got to do. But hopefully, yeah, if he goes on to have a pretty good push, before the year, and then yeah, it's like, okay, at least this time the winner actually kind of went somewhere. But also, yeah, I talked about with their releases. There were releases. There was also, like I said, there was a shot released towards WWE over this weekend, and it was at our Evolve event, which is an independent promotion, which is been partnered up with WWE. They're going to be partnered up with WWE, especially for the WWE Global Cruiserweight Series. And the culprits of this shoot were none other than EC3 and Drew Galloway, formerly known as, Drew McIntyre.
He was champ in TNA.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre is champion in TNA, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he's still champion in Evolve. I remember him being champion in Evolve too. And I'm guessing they're trying to know. Basically, the shoot was, in a nutshell, that our EC3 and I'm saying they put asses in the seat.
So do yourself a favor tomorrow night and every Tuesday night right here on USA.
Man, Freddie's aged. Maybe he was stressed out his time when he was part of the creative staff of WWE. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Here we go. All right, Chris. Look at Biggie. Look at Biggie. He's swimming. Oh. Look at creepy Gotch. Look at creepy Gotch. Look at creepy Gotch.
And turn back the page to a better, to a bygone. When success was earned and champions
Ooh. Was that a shot at Vince Russo? But so yeah, once again, I'm talking about shots. Easy 3 and Drew saying they put asses in the seats, and how they're better. They're better than actually. If I'm not mistaken, it was a shot. Dirty. It was more of a shot at NXT. Saying they're better than NXT, and anybody who's from Evolve that's gone. Team champion. Yeah, anybody that's gone that from Evolve that's going to go over to NXT, especially for that Global Cruiserweight Series, is a sellout. So I'm not sure if this is to start some WWE TNA feud and Evolve. Like that's the closest you can do it is by having the people that's going to be part that was associated with Evolve. Oh hell, the booty. Oh, so you guys did not get that reference. That was Aladdin. First Lion King, now Aladdin. What's the next Disney? But so I took what hearing NASDAQ. Okay, EC3 for you guys that don't know was in WWE. He was part of NXT with Derek Bateman, and he wasn't really going to go anywhere with that gimmick or so. Day rocks. No, Day rocks. But in all honesty, it's like, hey, at least you made a better name for yourself. Because I always say he wasn't going to become EC3 in WWE. Reason why I say that, because how could he be the nephew of Dixie Carter in WWE? That gimmick wouldn't work, because it would be like, wait, so they somehow using TNA in WWE? So if you think about it, he couldn't have became EC3 in WWE. He couldn't have become that. So as a good, he became the hell? Oh, red. Let's see the booty. So yeah, there was so it's good he made a better name for him. So just like how Austin, now when he looks back on when he was fired from WCW, is like, look, I made a better name. Even Eric Bischoff said, hey, look, he probably wasn't going to become Stone Cold in WCW. With all the setbacks and everything, and no, baby, that's for somebody else and everything. And when that fire was, lit, that's what propelled the Stone Cold character. So there's some situation where it's like, yeah, you probably didn't get a fair shake, but hey, you probably wasn't going to become that. Probably it took something for you to become what you was probably maybe made to be, because the EC3 character, even though me and Chris always felt that while in the ring he had a lot to improve in terms of charisma wise, yeah, he rocked the character. And even though I don't watch TNA on the regular anymore, but remember last season, yeah, he started to improve in ring. And as for Drew McIntyre, I've always felt that Drew McIntyre to a degree was underutilized in WWE after the Chosen One gimmick didn't really turn. But then again, I always say, if you guys gave him that Chosen One gimmick, when I think of somebody being given the Chosen One gimmick, I'm thinking they're oozing charisma, they're rocking it. And at that time, Drew, he wasn't the mic worker. That wasn't his strong suit, being on the mic. Yeah, Mr. Now, most people remember is Teddy, you gotta reverse this decision and everything. That's what I mean. People remember the chosen one in terms of Mike is him always going off at the mouth with Teddy Long. But I always felt in ring, Drew was a good hand. He was a good worker, and his music, was great. Broken Dreams, that was great. And heck, some people said that could have. I mean, but I think they said that there was talks of that going to Orton. That could have worked both ways. It could have worked with Orton as well. But and when Drew got released and he went over to Evolve and he became champion and he goes over to TNA and he has his group, the Rising, we're to stand up for professional wrestling. And the Rising, I've always felt, I said after it was over, that had to be one of the worst ways to book a stable. It was just bad. It was, I mean, like the end at the payoff, it was like, wow, that's how it is, huh? That was a kind of a failure. But luckily he got himself over with the TNA fans with the Whopper dog. With he got himself over with where he had to stand up for professional wrestling. So he got himself over with the TNA crowd to the point where he actually became TNA World Champion. Okay, he played a big part in the in my opinion, the dreadful TNA GFW feud, where remember he used his criminology, degree background. It was interesting that in August it's going to be a full year since the Dudley Boys came back. So you kind of can do like a real overview of how, their comeback. So, them shooting that, look, let's, to be honest here, it's really nothing. No, what the hell? No, WWE is really not going to, really nothing that WWE is going to be affected by, like they're going to be offended by. Because let's face it, as I've always felt, in independent wrestling, and I'm not deriding independent wrestling because one of my favorite promotions is an indie promotion. That's Shimmer. It's probably my favorite indie promotion, Shimmer. But in terms of independent shooting on WWE, it's nothing new. In terms of independent wrestling, shooting WWE is almost like you shot at WWE. What? Like, okay, so you shot at WWE. A lot of people do that. It's nothing. It's almost like Dennis. Big deal. You shot at WWE. You shot at them. I mean, it's different. Yeah, just for a reason. But if your gimmick, you're just shooting on WWE every promo. If you're making needless shot WWE, it's like, okay, move on. So what? That's all you're doing. Forget about them. Try to get yourself over with something. But so it seems like in Evolve they're doing some. It seems like they're gonna try to do a WWE TNA in a way a WWE TNA feud with anybody that's associated with Evolve that's going to be part of WWE's Global Cruiserweight Series. I even see your other comments, John. Why is WWE burying Ziggler? I don't know if you noticed. Oh, look, Devon did his spin move. Devon did his spin move. I don't know if you noticed, John, but the B word, the Barry word, the B word. Is a word that I feel is over and misused. Whenever Barry, But as far as Ziggler is concerned, yeah, Ziggler has been a victim of a lot of start and stop pushes. Granted, sometimes the reason for it to stop has been because of his mouth. You know, has been, and he even has acknowledged that, yeah, my mouth gets me in trouble. However, I feel it's a little bit, oh, watch out! It's a little bit hypocritical when it comes to the fact that, okay, Ziggler push gets stopped for his mouth, but Jack Swagger falls in a DUI or DWI during his push towards WrestleMania, and he still gets the push. And it's, or you know, Orton does this, and there's really no punishment for Orton when Orton had his problems at the Stampede. So it's a little bit time with Zero. I'm like, okay, you know, he ran his mouth, but it's like, you know, it's a little bit hypocritical when this person does a worser case. They still get it. Oh, hey Chris, deep head. Okay, John, where do you think WWE should go with Bray? I thought that person was wearing a dashy shirt. I'm about to say, oh shoot, oh. Yeah, I'm about to say, you're just gonna push him. What the? Oh, what the? Oh! First, I'm like, what is Devon doing and what? But then, oh, I could buy that. Man, what's with the champions losing? And somebody already know finds this move stupid. They don't find the world as a real finisher. Every time you guys say that, it never happens. If this person is, they're gonna be. It's like, But you answer your question, John. Where do you think WWE should go with Bray? Where should they go with Bray? They should go all the way with Bray and that run. I don't understand what was the reason for them impeding the momentum that Bray had. I'm telling you guys, something big is going to happen. I just have a feeling something big is going to happen. Reason why Big Cass and Jericho is the main event. But I just don't understand the reason for them impeding Bray's momentum. He had momentum. At one point, he was probably the most over heel, even though it's kind of his fan base. He didn't seem too heelish, but he was a heel. And I think, in my opinion, I'm not. It sounds like I'm once again placing blame on Cena, but he was kind of never the same after that feud with Cena. And unfortunately, that happens a lot with some people. After they feud with Cena, things kind of go down. You can say that about Rusev. You know, yeah, Rusev is in a United States Championship match, but after that feud with Cena, he was in that weird love square with Ziggler, Lana, and Summer over the summer. And so with Bray, they should go all the way with the guy. The guy, that's another thing. Who would have thought when you saw him as Husky Harris that, yeah, he would go on to be something pretty unique? I didn't. And then when I just saw a clip on YouTube I was looking up like reverse STOs or something. And I'm like, Bray, who's this Bray Wyatt? And I see the beard and everything. And I look at the film, I'm like, that's Husky Harris. I'm like, whoa, what the hell happened to him? And they do the advertisement of the vignettes or the advertisement promo packages for the Wyatts, and I'm like, this is something different for WWE, and the way he would cut his promos, it felt different, especially when they had direction to them, and then it got to the point where even what the hell. Hold on, guys. Got a message. But even when he was kind of at the top of his momentum, me and my bro always say that I got to a point where Bray's feud was always he just starts something with for no reason. He just likes starting stuff, and then when he would explain his reason, like that kind of made no sense. But okay, but then it'd be like he can't win a feud. Yeah, he could talk a big game, but when it came time to win the feud, he didn't win it. I think the only feud he won was the Ambrose feud and the Jericho feud. Yeah, which I've always said, which was kind of underwhelming, the Jericho Bray feud, because I thought that was going to be really. But whether it was creative or I just really didn't feel as much as I should have. But the cage match they had, the payoff was great. But yeah, but once again, to answer your question, they should go all the way with Bray, man. All the way. I still don't understand the reason for why his momentum stopped. Mr. Deeds. Operation, the demons I created. I'm not surprised. Oh, this should be hard hitting. That should be hard hitting. Let's see how this Kaz and Jericho thing. If my prediction is right, that there's more to it of why this is the main event. How you doing? Up in the club. You soft like salsa. You heard of me? You probably ought to ask about me. Nice to meet you. So good to see you. Act hard. You need to take it easy because you're soft. You need to take it easy because you're soft. SAWFT. Soft. Wait a minute. Or probably the reason why maybe Dean's coming back. Who has a bulging disc because he got hit in the head. And you know, like get a bulging disc, you get hit in your neck or upper back. John, how long do you think Roman will be champ? I knew it. Yeah. For the first time, Jericho is assaulted. It's Dean.
Is it?
What is it? What the hell? Yeah, that's Dean.
There were people in that room season.
I knew it. There was a reason for why this was set at main event. That make D look creepy. Look at him. That's pretty cool, but something else got to happen because if that's the ending, that's still kind of pretty weak. If Dean rips that jacket, that thing is cheap. Dude, that's $800. He is. Oh, he is ripping it.
Oh, he's ripping inside of it. But yeah, man, that's cheap weather, man. Oh, it's the lights.
Oh. Oh. Andrew John, how long I think? Probably SummerSlam. You know, something like, what if he holds all the way to Mania? I just don't see Roman all the way to Mania. Oh, no! Oh, what the hell? Wait, Kaz is still out there. I was wondering where Kaz went. That you guys just found reason to attack. Oh,
man. He's twitching.
Goodbye, Jericho. Oh. He got what he deserved. Oh, the circuit. Oh, the circuit. Oh. It's all about personal belongings, I guess. Oh, no. Oh. The horror. The horror. Ow. It's not for you shock yourself. Yeah, see, this really meant a lot to Ambrose. Remember, didn't Murdoch have something, an inanimate object that meant a lot to see? Ambrose probably like Murdoch. Yeah, Billy.
Thurman,
And
Claw.
yeah, and Fairly Odd Parents. Cosmo had Philip the Nickel. See, a lot of people on the strange side. They have they grow close to inanimate objects. Mitch meant a lot to Dean. Uh-oh. Yeah, $15,000. Here's a question for you, John. How long you think this is going to last with Stephanie and Shane?
Stepping over the new film actor is coming from, but I must say that it's somewhat welcome. And that it coexisted pretty well.
Still keep your guard up, Shane.
Maybe there is an opportunity for us to start the next episode right on.
No, no.
What is? What the snake? Look.
That face drop. Look at it. Blake.
Who should take the title from Roman?
AJ.
I mean, I would like to see AJ.
Only one.
I would like to see AJ, but if heel wise, if okay, look, because I still think Balor is still coming in the summer, and I think Balor is going to be a heel.
There's a rumor why. There's rumors saying reason why. Rumor that they're saying that he may not go heel because his, WWE merchandise, his merchandise sells like crazy.
Well, so does KO, and KO is still a heel.
But and as right now, they need AJ as a.
That's another thing. Okay, heel wise, I'll go with KO. I'll go with Owens. I think Owens is money. Owens is money. Do you really? All right. Do you really think that was worth having the main event spot? Well, okay. Hey, Devin. Pretty yo, kind of late, but hey, your company is always welcome. Hey, what's up, Malcolm? I'm all right, Devin. How are you, man? Well, yeah, who should take the title from Roman? I would like for it to be AJ, but if not AJ, yeah, Haggard. Dean and Dean, where you go, Ambrose. Then we really see how much of a friend Roman is. Now Ambrose beats you this time. Do you do the same thing? You shake his hand, good job. Or you, yeah, I don't like that. So, I like the AJ, Ambrose, or KO. Oh shoot, Portland leading by 10. Devin, I was watching WWF Royal 2002. Great period. Ah, yes. Me and Chris, we have that on DVD. Royal 2002. That is a great Royal Rumble from top to bottom. Never really a dull moment. Not a dull moment. The commentary with JR and King is spot on. There's a comedy has always been spot on, but there's some moments in Raw that, just like in No Way Out, the pay-per-view after Royal Rumble, just some pretty good interactions between JR and King. Like, you got when Perry Saturn comes out and he's wearing the milk, like he's like, "Got milk, JR? Beg your pardon? Got milk?" Look at Perry Saturn's tights, and that's like, and Chucky Palumbo comes out and and Chuck. Like, you gonna keep saying his name like that? I mean, like, and told to stay and discuss. Yeah, like I don't like the guy. Yeah, like the Chucky. Hey, Steph is playing. Chuck. What's wrong with that name? It's Chucky. It's Yucky. I had a male guy named Chucky. Uh, John, I would love to see KO or Seth. That's another thing. Seth is supposed to be. Come on, don't really give excuses. Come on, Seth shot an air ball. Come on. Um, um, yeah, Seth probably supposed to be coming back in the summer. I don't know what he's going to be. I still feel that he'll probably be returned as a face, but now I'm thinking, well, since the authority is really no longer, in control anymore, and I thought that was going to be his reason for turning heel, because the authority was going to find somebody new and call them, the man and everything. And Seth comes back. Well, it just takes an injury for me, and you guys you guys just move on to the next person like that. But now I'm not even sure. And don't forget, Cena's coming back in Memorial Day. So, and I would not be surprised there's an eventual Roman versus Cena match. But Devin, the Maven spot still shocking today. Yeah, boy, the Maven eliminating Taker. This is what you got to put in consideration about that moment. Maven was a rookie. Yeah, he went through tough enough. He was a rookie, and Taker was one of the top guys. And I believe Taker was in the position where he could have said, "Nope, I ain't having that. I'm not being eliminated by no rookie like that." But for Taker to go through that just shows type of person Taker is, because he didn't have to go through with that. I believe Taker. I know Taker was in position to say, you know what, no. And also, if that was Taker's idea that, hey, you know what, maybe have his moment at my expense, then again, it really was at expense, because after Maven eliminated him, Maven got his ass whipped by Taker. I mean, he probably got concussed. I know he had staples in his head when he got busted open. He probably got concussed with one of the hardest chair shots you will ever see. And when JR's spot during that, oh my God, was that the chair or was that the kid's skull? And Aaron Taker, get out of here, brushes down the camera guy. It's just, oh my God, it's going crazy. So yeah, Royal 2002, guys, like Devin just brought up, if you guys have not seen Royal 2002, it's a good Royal Rumble, because not only do you have the Royal Rumble match, you have Triple H's comeback. You have Kurt Hennings, Mr. Perfect's come back to WWE. Which would be his final year, his final year in WWE, and one of the last times you would see him too. But you have Vince versus Flair in a street fight, which was great. The Jericho and The Rock, that match could have main evented that year's Mania. If Hogan didn't come back and everything, that match could have main evented, man. Just probably if the finish is a little bit dirty, so probably, yeah, you wouldn't want that to have the end of Mania, but that match once again proving that Rock and Jericho had great chemistry. We had Trish versus Jazz, which even for 3 minutes was good. Edge versus Regal for the Intercontinental Championship. which is funny when Regal, when he wins, and he went with the power of the punch, and you got there you go. What the Nux King? He used the damn Nux, and he got King. All I know is he looked up to the God above, and remember the power of the punch, Jr. Well, the good Lord had nothing to do with that. The man who invented brass knucks can take credit for that one. You want me to use the power to punch on you? No. I mean, he can't hit like Real Regal, but look at the damage. It's like, yo. I mean, good commentary between JR and King. And even before that, when it's like, he used the knuck. And then you got King. Clark Kent? You have x-ray vision? No, I just got vision. Well, if you got vision, can you see into the future? You know who's about to win this match? Oh, come on. What? That just knocked out. Count him. Devin, did you hear the rumor that Seth Rollins was going to come back with a W title, making it seem like Rollins never lost the belt? No, I never heard that rumor, but heck, that would be interesting because he was not defeated for his belt. You know, he has a good argument to say, hey, I deserve a, crack in a way. I never lost my belt. Give me the opportunity to lose when the belt is on the line. John, I think AJ is the best worker WWE has. Man, I've always been a fan of AJ's work. He's the one that got me glued into TNA, AJ. And there's a lot of great workers now in WWE, but AJ's work has always been solid. He's good at when it comes to offense, and more importantly, he's good at when it comes to selling. AJ, I've always felt AJ's been one of the best sellers. I have to agree. I think I've always understated until when JR actually really went to detail on how good his selling was. I'm like, man, it really hit me like, yo, yeah, AJ's a great seller, which is important. John, do you think AJ and Taker could be a match for Mania? I like AJ and all, but I don't see AJ having a match for Taker at Mania. If Taker, once again, we don't even know what's going to be Taker. I believe the match that I feel should happen for Taker calls it, he hangs up his boots at Mania, is him versus Cena. Him versus Cena. And I think but I feel that it would have been more big if the streak was still alive. Because think about this. If the streak was still alive, if it was Cena versus Taker, fans would have probably been nervous because, it's Cena. He always wins. So, the chances of him breaking the streak is high because he always wins. And I think that's what would have been the intrigue in the match. Because Cena's reputation of always coming out on top, it would have been, Cena's, overcoming the odds against Taker's streak. But still, even without the streak, I still think it's a big money-making match. Cena versus Taker. I'll take one more, probably two more questions before I wrap this up, because I've been having, you guys don't know, 2 boxes of pizzas sitting next to me, and but I'm always putting a show for you guys. So I'll take 2 more questions or 2 more comments, or respond to 2 more comments before closing up shop. But, Devin, my thoughts on the recent cuts of the AEW talent. I'm not surprised, but the one I didn't expect was Damian Sandow. I can understand people not expecting that, but You know, but you know what? You know what? Then again, if somebody, oh, but no, they weren't doing anything for him. But then it's like, well, they're not really doing anything with, Fondant. Yeah, Fondant got this thing with our troop, and Gold, but it's still like not really doing anything with. So it's like, there's a lot of people that they don't do anything with, but they're still on the roster. Like for instance, last year, Evan Bourne finally got released, and W wasn't doing anything with him. They just had him on the roster. But it is pretty unfortunate to see Damian Sandow get released because he got himself over. He was over with the ignoramus, the savior of the masses, gimmick. But then he got himself even more over with, the Mizdow gimmick. Which, like I stated before earlier, that, started off as in a way kind of like nothing and turned into something big. John. Okay, this is probably the last comment I'll respond to, and I think it's a pretty good one to end it off with. Do you think Taker could have one more title run? Well, with his schedule, it will probably be like Brock Lesnar, and as much respect I have for Taker, I would feel the same way as I did when Brock had that reign. I wouldn't like it that, yeah, you see him, and then 3 months just before you see it, and it's like, what happened to that 30-day stuff? Now, granted, I've always said about Brock Lesnar's reign as WWE champion. Brock looks like a champion. He's a believable, villainous champion. But him as champion, I did not feel that he had to be on every Raw. I always said, let me get that. Let me make that clear. It wasn't like I thought he needed to be on every Raw. In fact, I don't feel the champion needs to be on every Raw. It can be like every other Raw. I don't feel Roman has to be on every Raw. To like for something to be the story to be told. And he doesn't have to be. He can be like, it doesn't be on every Raw, every SmackDown. It can be like every other show. But with Brock, that wasn't the case. He would be on Raw, and then you wouldn't see him until like 2 months or 3 months. Heck, when after Night of Champions, you didn't see Brock until December. And it's like, now, wait a minute. I get him being a special attraction, but he's the WWE champion. You're sacrificing pay-per-views. You're sacrificing championship match at pay. You're sacrificing Hell in a Cell. You're sacrificing TLC. Survivor Series. Like, you sacrificed 3 pay-per-views. It's like, come on, 3 pay-per-views with no WWE championship match. Yeah, it's like that is an eye opener. And there's Kuda. Yeah, $8 Kuda. I'm looking at my. Oh shoot. So yeah, but then do you think Taker if the schedule, then yeah, cause he could pace himself, but I don't know. I don't know if Taker really. I would say no because I don't think Taker really wants to have a schedule. Yeah, he's every month now. But I will also say this: I don't feel Taker needs one more title run. No, he doesn't need the title. He hasn't had the belt since 2010. And that was like one of his longest reigns when he won the belt in 2009. He held it from Hell in a Cell all the way to Elimination Chamber. Bragging Rights 2009. Hell in a Cell 2009 all the way to Elimination Chamber 2010. But I would say that I don't think Taker he doesn't need one more title run. He just doesn't. Same thing goes for Cena. Cena doesn't need another title reign. And and with that, I will close up shop. Thank you guys with your comments and your contribution to the show. Your company is always welcome. As for the next week's corner, of course, would be basically the go home edition. Since Extreme Rules, believe it or not, is next Sunday. Let me make sure. Yeah, it is. It's next Sunday. So yeah, 2 pay-per-views in May. So, yeah, it will be next Sunday. So next corner will be the homecoming version of corner. And once again, if something comes up, something big in the week, of course I will talk about that. But other than that, this is Hulk 93 and always in the place to be. This was the Wrestling Corner. This was episode 2 of season 6 of the Wrestling Corner. And until the next corner, you guys stay easy and peace.